So, 4 years after the last Wizarding World entry, does this put the Fantastic Beasts series back on track, or does it cause a lot more mixed elements? What's going on, my Epictastic family? This is Joshua Drake. Welcome to Future Filmmaker Reviews with me, Joshua. I talk movies, TV, and music, and we are here to talk about and review after waiting at least for 2 weeks. I know, even though I should have had this up early, but Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. This is the third movie in the Fantastic Beasts series. This is once again written by J.K. Rowling, but this time with help from original franchise writer Steve Kloves, who wrote almost, if not all, the entire Harry Potter movies with the exception of Order of the Phoenix. This is once again directed by David Yates. This stars once again Eddie Redmayne as Newt Scamander, Jude Law coming back as Dumbledore, Mads Mikkelsen, Alison Sudol, Catherine Watson, Jessica Williams, and Dan Fogler, and Ezra Miller. This is overall the 11th movie in the Harry Potter Wizarding World franchise. So, in Secrets of Dumbledore, Professor Albus Dumbledore knows the powerful dark wizard Gellert Grindelwald is moving to seize control of the Wizarding World. Unable to stop him, he entrusts magizoologist Newt Scamander to lead an intrepid team of witches and wizards, and they soon encounter an array of new and old beasts as they clash with Grindelwald's growing legion of followers. While Dumbledore also has some rivalry with Grindelwald himself. So when it comes to the Wizarding World franchise, as far as the Harry Potter side of things, that needs no introduction. Harry Potter is my favorite franchise of all time, is my favorite movie of all time. It is one of the greatest cinematic franchises that we've ever had.
Correct!
This franchise has been going on for 21 years now, as of 2022. And when it comes to the Harry Potter side of things, I love the books. I read all of them back in the days. The movies themselves, I think, are all really great, even if they change stuff from the books for one reason or the other. I have all the movies. I love the characters. I love that world. I have the 3 of the wands. I have Bugby. I have the Sword and Hat. I am a Harry Potter fanatic, and I am a fan of that franchise. That's personal to me. And also when it comes to the reunion that came on in January in HBO Max, I very much thought that was a very satisfying reunion to celebrate 20 years of this amazing franchise. The Fantastic Beasts series, on the other hand, I am a fan of them for the most part. I will defend Fantastic Beasts: Where to Find Them. I think it's a very entertaining movie. Even as a standalone movie, it's entertaining. Crimes of Grindelwald, I still like, but I definitely do have a lot of issues with the movie. Especially when I rewatched it before this one come out. So going into this one, I was pretty optimistic to see what they were gonna do. And even when it comes to the delays and stuff, I was still looking forward to seeing how this will turn out. But I was also very scared because of the whole Johnny Depp recasting thing, because of the court case with him and Amber Heard, which not gonna get into that. And then also the situation with Ezra Miller, and also of course with J.K. Rowling and some things that she's said that are very transphobic. I still went into this with optimism and excitement, but I was also scared, and I did have some issues when it comes to Crimes of Grindelwald, but I did enjoy it for the most part. So going into this, I was hoping this would at least be a big of improvement of this. And I will say this now, this does put the franchise back on track, even when it has the same amount of issues. But there is a lot more things I do like here better than Crimes of Grindelwald. The biggest praise I could say here is that once again I could say David Yates' direction is still there. I do like the direction. I think it's a very well directed movie. He still has the passion that he's had from the first time he's stepped into this franchise, and David Yates has been taking over this franchise since the last movie. And of course I was able to see this early, so I will tell you that right now. And I will say David Yates, he puts his passion into it. You can tell his direction is very good, and he does bring you when it comes to the duel sequences and the fantastical elements, the fantasy world that you come to get. You definitely do get that when you're watching this here. You definitely do get exactly what you're coming here for. You invested into the story once again, and I think having the addition of Steve Kloves to help with the script, it definitely does fix a lot of the script problems that Crimes of Grindelwald had, while still having some of them. And I will say also here, I definitely do like the narrative here. The narrative here is way more focused than Crimes of Grindelwald, and I do like Crimes of Grindelwald, but the narrative was a bit all over the place. So much going on here. The central conflict between Albus Dumbledore and Gellert Grindelwald, and where everyone also stands in this divisive era of the Wizarding world. Are you Team Dumbledore or Team Grindelwald? And we also do get some stuff about Dumbledore here, which I'm not going to spoil. And I do like the political thriller routes, because we did get a taste of that political thriller routes in Order of the Phoenix a little bit when it comes to the Ministry of Magic not believing Harry about Dumbledore's return. Yeah, I think it's a very welcoming addition. It's quickly paced, it's pulse pounding, you get some interesting twists and turns, and it does lead to a satisfying payoff, which I do. Hopefully we get the final 2 movies in the series, but I think David Yates' direction is once again really good here. Another thing I also very much like here is that they take some of the characters that were just there in the first 2 movies and they give them more due. You have Jacob Kowalski, who I like Dan Fogler as an actor, and he's very good in this role. But I feel like they gave him more to do here. You get invested into the characters where he falls, like he wants to get married to Queenie, played by Alison Sudol, and you definitely do get that feel, and you do get that. I definitely do like that, of course, with him, and you get this whole arc with him. Eddie Redmayne and Jude Law, once again, they are both really great here as a Newt Scamander. You get to continue to excel here, and Newt Scamander is Newt Scamander. He's fun, he's awkward, he's whimsical, but he's a likable character, and I very much love his portrayal of the character. He's not Daniel Radcliffe, but I think he holds his own from Daniel Radcliffe, and he makes it for a very fun, likable lead. Jude Law continues to come to his own as Albus Dumbledore. You find out stuff about him, and in this movie, he is no exception here. He is great here. he starts to become more the Dumbledore that we know and love. So it's definitely a character growth with him. And I think he's absolutely really good in the movie as Dumbledore. He is amazing here. I want to talk about Credence, because even though Ezra Miller right now, with the things that's going on with him and his antics in Hawaii and stuff, performs as Credence, he does a very good job here once again. I won't get into certain things they do with him, but I think the performance is good. The problem is with the actor and his controversy, because we're gonna get into the elephant in the room, because I do need to talk about this. Mads Mikkelsen, it does take a while to get to him as Grindelwald, and he doesn't copy the mannerisms of death, but he does his own interpretation, and I think he's very good in the role. That being said, though, I still miss Johnny Depp in the role, and that is a big situation we're going to talk about for another day. But other than that, I think the performance from him is absolutely really good. He does a very good job in his role as well. And I think the rest of the cast is also very good. Jessica Williams, Alison Sudol, Catherine Waterston, even though she's in her for one scene, which bit of negative here, bit of negative. The rest of the cast in this movie I think is very good. And the cinematography aspects, the special effects, the Hogwarts feel, production design, you definitely do get that, what you come for in this movie. And they definitely do go for that throughout the entire 142-minute long runtime. The pacing is not a problem, except for a few spots here that I think are kind of slow. There's some talking and such. But with the political aspect, you do get exactly what you come here for. And the score, once again, by James Newton Howard is fantastical. It's magical. The creatures and the production design and the CGI and practicality, and especially in this astral sequences and the Wizarding World sequences that you get, the money is definitely on screen, and you definitely do get a lot of that. And I definitely do get some enjoyment out of it. One, like I said, the writing issues that were in Crimes of Grindelwald is still there. I still think that some of the issues from Crimes of Grindelwald are still present when it comes to some of the writing. And that just comes down to the case that J.K. Rowling, while she is a good author, book-wise, she is not a very good screenwriter. And I feel like if it was just Steve Kloves writing these three movies, these would be way better than they should. So I definitely do think that is something that these movies still suffer from, is the big writing issue with J.K. Rowling's side of things. Also, the movie definitely does have its slow spots. It does take a while for certain things to play out. But even with that, I did find myself invested. But I just felt like there was a few moments where you could tighten it up a bit. Because it's not like the movie's boring or anything. I just felt like you could tighten up some of that pacing a little bit. And there are some characters who do get underutilized. Tina especially. What they do with Catherine Waterston, I know Catherine Waterston was probably busy doing another movie, but she's barely in the movie. And that was kind of disappointing, because I do like Tina just as much as Queenie. And Catherine Waterston is a great actress, daughter of Sam Waterston. So I feel like she should have been in the movie way more. And also, there are some elements here that are a little questionable as far as Credence goes. Like I said, the performance of Ezra Miller is good, but I feel like some of the writing with him is a little off on J.K.'s part. Steve Kloves' part of the writing is pretty good. You can tell he's trying to bring order back into this. And my final negative when it comes to this movie is I do feel like you kind of written yourself into a tiny bit of a hole there when it comes to some of the decisions that are here. Because there is one decision here with Grindelwald and Dumbledore that I don't think people are going to take too lightly. You don't see anything, but they do hint at a relationship with him and Grindelwald, and that's why they can't hurt each other, which I thought that should have been explained a little bit. But all in all, guys, while this is far from being as great as the Potter movies, and while it's far from being perfect, and while it does have the same issues writing wise as the first two, I think Fantastic Beasts: The Secret of Dumbledore is a more tighter paced film in the series, with the good performances, some entertaining sequences, interesting elements, twists and turns, and I do think overall this is a big step up from Crimes of Grindelwald. If you're a fan of the Wizarding World and you want to see this, definitely give it a shot. But if you have not been on board with Fantastic Beasts, or just upset with J.K. Rowling because of what she said, this is not going to be the movie for you. But on my rating scale, I'm going to give this one a highly recommendation. Watch it if you are willing to give this, to let go of the controversy that's been going surround this movie, and give it a fair chance. And I do hope we get the last two movies in this Fantastic Beasts series, because it would be a damn shame if you just end it here and just leave the rest of the story open-ended like that. That's unsatisfying. Finish the series off. Those are my thoughts on Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. It feels great to be back on camera again after a small while. So, in the comment section down below, what did you guys think of Secrets of Dumbledore? Did you like it? Do you hate it? Are you somewhere in the middle? Where do you rank this in terms of the Harry Potter movies? All my social media links are also down below. If you'd like some money to my Cash App or Chime, those are down there as well as my Amazon wish list. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell to get notified when more videos like this are up, because I'll be having more movie reviews. I'll be getting back into the TV side of things. I will be doing more live streams once everything is situated. So, as always, join the Epictasticness. You guys keep it cool and stay epitastic.